Hello everyone. Let us continue with the fourth chapter, chemical bonding and molecular structure. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic of this chapter, and that is resonance. So the first very simple meaning of resonance is interconversion. Interconversion of one form into the other, that is called resonance. Now why should we study resonance? It is because it is often found that a single Lewis structure, now Lewis structure we know, it is the structure in which we mention bonding as well as non-bonding electron pairs around all participating atoms. So when a single Lewis structure is inadequate in explaining all experimentally determined parameters of the molecule, then we should take the help of resonance. Experimentally determined parameters means it can be bond length, it can be bond angle, clear, it can be bond enthalpy. So these are the this type of parameters if we want to study for some particular molecules, then a single Lewis structure is inadequate. It cannot explain the molecule accurately, and that is why we should go for all the possible structures of the same molecules which will have same energy, they will have same position of the nuclei, same number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. Clear? So this type of structures, they are known as canonical structures. So the word resonance means interconversion of one form into the other. This concept is applicable only to those molecules which can have more than one possible structures. So let us take the example of ozone. In previous lecture also we have talked about ozone. In ozone we know that three oxygen atoms are bonded like this. It is an angular structure. Now we will not go for the structure or the Lewis distribution of the electron pairs in detail, because that we have already discussed in our previous lecture. But here you can see this is the central oxygen atom which is having one lone pair of electron which is present in 2s orbital. Clear? The electron pair, another electron pair which is present in 2px orbital, it is donated to this oxygen atom. So this oxygen is not utilizing any of its 6 valence electrons. Clear? Here on this side, the central oxygen atom has 2 unpaired electrons present in 2py and 2pz orbitals. So these unpaired electrons, it will share with this oxygen atom. So the third oxygen atom is having 2 lone pairs of electron. So here you can see that there are 3 oxygen atoms which are all identical atoms, but in the structure of ozone, one oxygen is having 3 non-bonding electron pairs, the second is having 1 non-bonding electron pair, and the third is having 2 non-bonding electron pair. So here the sharing of electrons by all the 3 oxygen atoms is different. Clear? And that is why this is one structure. But in the previous lecture we had also discussed that this double bond can be shown between these 2 oxygen atoms also. Clear? So this is also the possible structure of ozone. Now here experimentally determined oxygen single bond length value is 148 picometer, and that of oxygen double bond is 121 picometer. We know that the single bond length value is always larger compared to the double bond length value. So in this structure, see, now I will explain you what is meant by resonance. This is structure 1, in which the single bond is present between, suppose I label this oxygen as 1 and this as 2, and this is the third oxygen atom. So in the first structure, single bond is present between oxygen 1 and 2 and double bond between 1 and 3. Now this structure will be converted into the other structure in which the position of the bonds will interchange. Clear? So here this structure of ozone will interconvert into the another structure. It means that the single bond present between oxygen 1 and 2 will be converted into double bond in the next structure, and the double bond between oxygen 1 and 3 will be converted into single bond. Clear? So this is called interconversion, this is called resonance. So there is resonance, there is interconversion between structure 1 and 2 of ozone molecule. It means that we can say with surety that when oxygen double bond, which is having 148 picometer bond length value, is converting into double bond, then its bond length must be decreased to 121 picometer, and one oxygen double bond length value, which is 121 picometer in the first structure, when this bond is converted into single bond, then the bond length value must have increased to 148 picometer. Clear? Means when the double bond gets converted into the single bond, then bond length value will increase, and then when the single bond is converted into double bond, then bond length value must decrease. Clear? But in the experimentally determined bond length of ozone is 128 picometer, whether it is a single bond or it is a double bond. Clear? So in ozone, all oxygen, both the oxygen bond length are same, that is 128 picometer. It means that both the oxygen bonds in ozone are identical. So I told you why should we go for resonance. So when a single, say these are called Lewis structures or they are called canonical structures. So when the single structure cannot explain, it is inadequate to explain accurately the experimentally determined parameter. Here that parameter is bond length. So when this single structure is unable to explain accurately why there is a change in the bond length value when the structure gets converted into the other, or when we have in ozone actual bond length value found is this. So the single Lewis structure cannot explain why it is so. Clear? And that is why the concept of resonance is important. So here structure 1 and 2 are called canonical structures, or they are called resonance structures. They are the structures which interconvert into one another. Clear? And so at intermediate stage we can say that ozone must be having this type of structure in which the dotted line represents the position of double bond. Means according to this structure, double bond can be between oxygen 1 and 2, or it can be between oxygen 1 and 3. So this structure is known as resonance hybrid. Clear? Now the point is, canonical structures or resonance structures, they have same energy, they have same position of nuclei, they have same number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. Clear? But the resonance hybrid, which is obtained from these two structures, it is having little less energy compared to the canonical structures, and less energy means more stability. Clear? So this resonance hybrid of ozone will be more stable because it is having less energy compared to the first two structures, means they are the resonance structures or the canonical structures. Now why this resonance hybrid is having less energy? It is because in these two canonical structures there is interconversion of bonds. So when double bond is converting into single bond into double bond, so this interconversion is continuous and it is extremely rapid. So at any intermediate stage we cannot say that this is the structure of ozone or this is the structure of ozone. This interconversion, this resonance is so fast and it is continuous. Clear? So in this continuous interconversion, some amount of energy of ozone molecule must be utilized, and that is why resonance hybrid will be having little less energy compared to canonical structures. And because of lower energy, this resonance hybrid is more stable than canonical structures. Clear? So we can say that resonance gives stability to the molecule. Why? Because when we study the concept of resonance, we always study resonance hybrid of the given molecule. Clear? And that resonance hybrid will always have lower energy compared to the possible canonical structures. Clear? So because due to lower energy, this resonance hybrid is stable. So we can say that due to resonance, molecule becomes stable. Clear? Another thing, some parameters, like here it is a bond length, so which cannot be explained why the bond length value is 128. Actually it should be in another molecules, not in ozone. But if we talk about some other molecules in which oxygen oxygen double bond or single bond is present, then the bond length values are like this. But in ozone it is not 121, it is not 148 also, but it is intermediate between 121 and 148. Clear? So this bond length value in ozone, it is experimentally determined bond length value. So it is more than the double bond length value and less than the single bond length value. Clear? Means it is intermediate between the double and single bond length values. So why it is so, that cannot be explained only by the Lewis structure, and that is why resonance is useful in order to explain accurately such parameters. Clear? Which cannot be explained with the help of Lewis structure. So here the point is, what are canonical structures? Canonical structures are number of possible structures of the same molecules which have same energy, same position of nuclei, and same number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. Clear? What is resonance hybrid? So resonance hybrid is that structure, it is the intermediate structure which is obtained from the canonical structures, and in this resonance hybrid energy of the molecule decreases, and that is why molecule attains stability. Clear? Okay, let us go for some more examples like carbonate ion. In this chapter, in the previous lecture, we had already discussed the structure of carbonate. Carbonate ion is having -2 charge. It means it is having 2 extra electrons which it has received. Clear? So in carbonate ion, one carbon is attached to 3 oxygen atom. With 1 oxygen it is attached by double bond. Means here the sharing of the perfect number of unpaired electron will take place. Here this central oxygen atom is sharing its 2 unpaired electrons present in 2py and 2pz orbital with 2 unpaired electrons of carbon, and so double bond is formed. So 2 lone pairs of electron, one in 2s and the other in 2px, will remain as it is on the central oxygen atom. If we talk about this oxygen atom, then it is having 2 electron pairs like the central oxygen atoms, clear, which are non-bonding electron pairs, and one more electron, valence electron, which is of this oxygen only. It is present in 2py orbital. The unpaired electron of 2pz, it has shared with the carbon atom, because we know that carbon is having 4 unpaired valence electrons. Similarly, the third oxygen atom has also shared only its 1 unpaired valence electron with carbon atom, and so as a result the single bond is formed between carbon and these 2 oxygen atoms. Now -2 charge means there are 2 extra electrons. So 1 electron on this oxygen and the other on this oxygen. So I have shown electron pair. Actually it is not the electron pair. It is 1 electron is of this oxygen atom only, and it is present in 2py orbital, and 1 extra it has received, and that is why -1 charge on this and -1 charge on this oxygen atom. Now here the shifting of the bonds is possible here. So we can just shift the bond double bond which was here, now I have shifted it here. Remember one thing, when you change the position of double or single bond, accordingly you will have to change the position of the non-bonding electron pairs also. Here you can see that on central oxygen, which is bonded by double bond with the carbon, it is having two lone pairs of electron. So when this double bond shifts here, then on this oxygen atom we will show two electron pairs. Clear? And the remaining two oxygen atoms will have 6 electrons around it, which are lone pairs or which are non-bonding electrons, and -1 charge. Similarly, now one more structure is also possible. So this double bond will now shift here. So you can see that in these 3 canonical structures of carbonate ion, double bond has shifted to 3 different positions. In the first structure, it is between carbon and central oxygen. In second structure, it is between carbon and this oxygen. In third structure, it is between carbon and this oxygen atom. Clear? So here also there is shifting of double and single bonds, and so these 3 represent the resonance structures or the canonical structures of carbonate ion. And at intermediate stage, now this structure is not given in the textbook, but we can show like this. The dotted line means the double bond, the position of double bond is not fixed. That double bond can be between these two carbon and this oxygen, it can be between this or it can be between this. Clear? So this is how you can show the resonance. So this is the resonance hybrid of carbonate ion. Now here I have put a dotted line, so, and that is why I cannot show negative sign on any of the particular oxygen atom. So I will write like this. Clear? So this -2 oxygen, -2 charge means it can be on this oxygen or this. Clear? So this is the resonance hybrid of carbonate ion. This will stabilize the ion. Another example is of carbon dioxide. Now in carbon dioxide, actually we have this type of structure. Carbon and oxygen, they are attached by double bond. So it is a linear structure. Carbon dioxide is having linear structure. Now wherever you see electron pairs present on the atom, that is called Lewis structure. So carbon dioxide is having 3 Lewis structures, which are called resonance structures, or they are called canonical structures. So here in this, see, carbon oxygen double bond, so they have shared their unpaired electrons. Carbon has shared 2 unpaired electrons with 1 oxygen. Similarly, this oxygen has shared 2 unpaired valence electrons. These 2 are the lone pairs of electron. Similarly, this oxygen is also having 2 lone pairs of electron. So as per the structure shown here, the electron pair distribution is shown. This is the first Lewis structure or the resonance structure of carbon dioxide. Now, suppose we shift, we make little change in the position of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. Now how? So here this carbon has shared 2 valence electrons, unpaired valence electrons with this oxygen atom. Rather, suppose we shift this electron to this side. So now this oxygen, it will share its 3 electrons with carbon atom. Now how come 3? For that, see, this oxygen is having this electron pair, is suppose the electron pair present in 2s orbital. Clear? And this oxygen, here it is having 2 unpaired electrons which are present in 2p y and 2p z orbital. So in 2px orbital there is 1 more electron pair present. So out of that, the oxygen is sharing 1 electron with carbon, so it has acquired positive charge. Clear? And here this oxygen has acquired negative charge. You have to just remember that when you shift the position of the electrons, you will have to shift the charge also. Wherever there is 3 electron pairs formed between carbon and oxygen, that oxygen will acquire positive charge, because one additional bond it has formed with carbon atom. Clear? And the other oxygen atom, it is, see, now we can explain like this, Here, as I told you, this oxygen is having one more electron pair which is present in 2px orbital. Now, out of 2 electrons present in 2px orbital, one it is sharing with carbon and the other electron it is shifting to this oxygen atom, and that is why now this oxygen is positively charged. This oxygen is already having 2 lone pairs of electrons of its own, one unpaired electron present in 2p y orbital and one it is receiving from the other oxygen, and that is why it is having one extra electron, so it is negatively charged. Similarly, here only the position of the electron pairs have been changed. So these are 3 resonance structures or canonical structures of carbon dioxide. Now, ideally speaking, if we go for the structure in which carbon is doubly bonded attached to one oxygen and triply bonded attached to the other oxygen atom, so ideally speaking, carbon oxygen double bond length value is 121 picometer. Here you can see in case of ozone, and carbon oxygen triple bond length value is 110 picometer. But in carbon dioxide, none of these bond length values are observed. Experimentally determined bond length value of carbon dioxide is 115 picometer. It means that whether it is a double bond or it is a single and triple bond, whatever. So whatever is the position or the type of covalent bond between carbon and oxygen atom in CO2 molecule, it doesn't make any difference, but the intermediate bond length value of 115 is obtained. This is experimentally determined bond length value, but this bond length value cannot be explained by any of these single Lewis structure. Clear? And that is why we always take the help of resonance. So here also you can see when double bond is converted into triple bond, then the bond length must decrease. When triple bond is converted to double bond, then it must increase. Clear? But it doesn't happen. Here we get the constant value whether it is double bond or triple bond. The bond length value in carbon dioxide is 115. So this bond length value can also be justified with the help of resonance. One more structure I would like to explain you just to make this topic more clear. This example is not given in the textbook. This is carbox, in which carbon is attached to one oxygen by double bond and to another oxygen by single bond. So here this carbon will have 2 lone pairs of electrons, oxygen. Here this oxygen will also have 2 lone pairs of electron. Now carbon is having 4 unpaired valence electron. One it has utilized in bond formation with this alkyl group. Another 2 it has utilized with in order to form double bond with this oxygen atom, and the 4th one it has utilized with this oxygen atom in order to form covalent single bond. Clear? So this is the Lewis structure of carboxylic acid as per this structure. Clear? Now this structure can also be written like this. I have just changed the position of double bond. Double bond which was here in this structure, I have shifted it to this position. Clear? So here the double bond is between carbon and this oxygen, and single bond is between carbon and the oxygen to which hydrogen is attached. Clear? So if I change the position of the double and single bond in carboxylic acid, then I can have 2 canonical structures or resonance structures possible. Now these 2 canonical structures will have same energy, they will have same position of the nuclei, they will have same number of bonding and non-bonding electron pairs. So at intermediate stage we can draw this type of structure in which the double bond, the position of double bond is shown by dotted line. So this we can regard as resonance hybrid of carboxylic acid. One more example I can give you, and that is of benzene. Benzene is a hexagonal cyclic compound in which there are 3 alternate double bonds, but if I change the position of double bond, then I can show like this also. This is also benzene. So both are the structures of benzene. Clear? So at intermediate stage I can show the structure like this, where the position of double bond is not fixed, means the double bond keeps on rotating. Clear? So this is also this explanation we will study again in detail in the chapter of organic chemistry. So here just in the topic of resonance you can also include this example. Now resonance is always shown by double headed arrow. Clear? Because these two structures are converting into each other. So resonance, wherever you see the resonance structures, there is always double headed arrow. Clear? Now what is importance of resonance? It stabilizes the molecules and it explains the experimentally determined parameters of the molecule very accurately. Clear? So this is all for today. In the next lecture we will go for polarity of covalent bond. This is also very important topic. Thank you. Have a nice time.